Hi, welcome back to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your favorite wrestling fan here, Eric Rodriguez, every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, here to talk about the greatest thing in the world, professional wrestling. We talk about all the action inside and outside the ring, backstage curtain calls, rumors, drama, and updates. We talk about inactive statuses, injury updates on superstars in any wrestling circuit. We talk about AEW, WWE, we talk about basically anything if it makes news in the world of professional wrestling. Obviously giving you guys some of my previews and my reviews as well. Obviously waiting for you guys to send in any kind of feelings, any kind of things you want to get off your chest. It's good to be very vocal in the chat. Don't be shy. You absolutely do not be shy. Can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. All right, we got to wrap up here pretty quickly. I got 9 minutes until the GSMC Deadball podcast, where I have to pass it over to my man, Emran, where he talks about all the hot things in terms of the world of sports, football, basketball, baseball. You can count on him to give you all the tea. Also, he's going to give you a nice little rundown, a nice little review of what to take away from Monday Night Football. The Cleveland Browns falling to the Denver Broncos, 31-42. So it's going to be an interesting episode. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. All right, guys. So Shinsuke Nakamura wins the United States Championship. Some fans, and I got to be honest, I was a little upset too. I thought it was too soon. This guy literally came back 2 weeks ago. Attacked the LA Knight on SmackDown. Defeated Andrade last week on SmackDown, and all of a sudden he deserves to challenge for the WWE United States Championship. This was all part of a bigger plan. It was all part of a bigger picture. Shinsuke Nakamura will fight in January 2025 at an NOH event in Japan. WWE is going international, guys, and that's nothing that obviously, with Netflix and everything, Triple H, Paul Levesque wants to establish WWE as a worldwide presence in the world of professional wrestling. And with this new WWE NIL program, also this independent wrestling program where they're trying to find younger superstars from any part of the globe, just to kind of bring them to WWE, kind of skipping out that middleman, because before WWE always kind of, they always kind of dabbled into superstars who fought in Ring of Honor, who fought in TNA, who, nowadays fought in AEW, in the CMLL. They're looking at a lot of these younger talents, and they're kind of being like, hey, why don't we just start a program where we can kind of help these younger superstars become superstars? Because eventually they want to come over here. They want to come over and make their name inside of WWE. And it's great. It's absolutely 1,010% going to be great for WWE. But someone that's not going to be great for it, and I got to be honest, and like I said, I'm not into this whole WWE versus AEW kind of thing. But, Tony Khan, AEW, Ring of Honor, CMLL, well, not really CMLL, AEW, Ring of Honor, I feel like the success of AEW and Ring of Honor has been the fact that WWE never really took time or energy to kind of ultimately look at this talent. They ultimately overglanced a lot of these young independent wrestlers that they were kind of like, all right, let's go ahead and sink our teeth into them because, let's get it before WWE does. And, now it's kind of coming back to bite them in the ass. And, WWE, this is, I think William Regal he spoke about it in an interview talking, is this WWE independent program like a monopoly in terms of the world of professional wrestling? And it's not. And it really is not, because this now, as opposed to, WWE kind of having a choice, it more or less takes the power. I feel like it kind of takes the power away from WWE. Now, if you're a young, rising superstar, you don't have to go through the channels of, and I'm not trying to say independent wrestling's bad, but you don't have to waste your time in the independent wrestling circuits if you want to make it to WWE. You either want to fight in WWE or you don't. You either want to make money, it's like a job. It's like a job. You can literally state your claim in any kind of job. You can apply anywhere. If you got all the credentials, if you got all the experience where you come out there, you're absolutely hot stuff, and you can basically nail down any job that you want. You have a choice. When you graduate college, when you go through a nice internship, and you apply to multiple jobs. That's what people do. They apply to multiple jobs. They get a hit up from one job. Oh, hey, we would be interested in to kind of hire you. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I'm going to take the interview. I'm going to get hired. But, if something comes better along the lines, I'm going to take that. And that's absolutely has nothing to do. It's not personal, not at all. It's business. It's business. And that's something that wrestlers kind of have now the choice that, we can sign a developmental program and, with contract with WWE, or we can just go ahead and, we can think about doing something different. Like we can go to AEW and we can go through that route. It all depends what you want to do as a wrestler. So, I feel like with this win with Shinsuke Nakamura, I feel like it's done, really, really well with this new day and age of this Netflix era on WWE. When you think of Netflix, first and foremost, it's one of the biggest streaming conglomerates in the whole entire world. When you think about Netflix, it's synonymous with the word international cinema. You think about Hollywood, you think about Bollywood, you think about Lollywood, Nollywood, Asian cinema as well. You think about all these different diaspora of wrestling fans that you could, that you could potentially reach with Monday Night Raw being on Netflix, because everybody's subscribed to Netflix. It's having somebody out there like Shinsuke Nakamura with the WWE United States Championship. This, it's just going to be something that a lot of wrestlers are going to pay eye to. That's something that a lot of international wrestling corporations are going to pay attention to as well. And definitely something that I got to give credit to. Something that I got to give credit to. I got to give credit to, WWE for finally kind of stepping out over that boundary where you don't really have that forbidden door anymore. Kind of following the footsteps of their TKO Holdings partner, the UFC. Taking a book out of Dana White's philosophy in the UFC, where you have the best in the world coming to fight each other. And if you have that in WWE, that's just going to bring you more bucks, going to bring you more attention, it's going to bring you more talent. And that's something that's going to be the future of WWE. And that's something that's, it's going to be great. It's going to be hot. Obviously, the future of WWE is going to be foretold on the success of this developmental program. It's also going to be based on the success on how well Monday Night Raw does in terms of viewers on Netflix. There's so many different outside perspectives. There's so many different outside, points that could lead WWE to become more popular than it already is, which seems absolutely, impossible as of right now. But as of, it's, I don't know. And at the same time, you're revamping Shinsuke Nakamura's career. You have Shinsuke Nakamura with his third title reign as the United States Championship, and it's about time. Shinsuke Nakamura, the last time we saw him was in a squash match with Braun Breaker, and now you kind of see him, you kind of see him fulfilling his destiny. You kind of saw, with him and AJ Styles, him low-blowing AJ Styles after winning the WWE Royal Rumble, kind of killing his character. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. And on the other side of that coin, we have the LA Knight. Was it good? Was it bad for him to win the championship? It could be good because now he's in the main event picture. This was a great way, kind of like where you saw Gunther losing the WWE Intercontinental Championship to Sami Zayn. This was WWE's way to kind of tell LA Knight to be like, all right, kid, guess what? Hey, guess what? Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. He could potentially battle Cody Rhodes. He could battle Gunther. Will he kind of come as a babyface or a heel? I'm not too sure. Will they need him on Monday Night Raw heading into the Netflix era? Possibly. Could he be taking some time away from WWE? Maybe taking a page out of Shinsuke Nakamura's book, where you could have him take some time away, come back and kind of revamp his character. Although I don't really feel like his character doesn't really need that much revamp. He's been a fighting champion from the open challenges to the month-to-month battles on the PLEs in WWE. He's at 119-day reign. But, after every way that he's been fighting, he's a 200, at least 200 plus day reign. Like, it's, so it seems like it kind of speaks for himself. So I definitely think that's, kind of cool. Maybe we could see being a rematch at WWE Saturday Night's Main Event, where maybe you could possibly see Logan Paul come back into WWE, screw over LA Knight, causing a new ultimate, kind of new feud that these two could kind of go out there and battle with. And I feel like ultimately it'd be pretty badass. All right, guys, so hey, that's it for me today. I've ran all out of time. Thank you so much for tuning in to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Superman, punch that like and subscribe button to the show. Follow the show, follow the network, follow us on Twitter /X, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and TikTok for more content and updates. Like I said, if I have not made you a wrestling fan by now, check out all the other podcasts we have here. Hope you guys had an amazing, beautiful weekend. Hope you guys are having a blessed holidays. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Stay beautiful, but most importantly, love you.